Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? Hang on, you might be seeing something crazy. Here we go. Okay. All right, what's going on, everybody? It's Clayton from the Hoth. And we also got Andrew on here.
What's up, guys?
All right, cool. So we're gonna give it a minute for everyone to start hopping in. Guys, we're so happy to have you on here. This is gonna be like a little bit different than any of the webinars that we do because today we're not actually selling anything. We're going to be teaching you guys how to sell and actually pretty much answer any kind of questions that you guys have about selling SEO or scaling up your agency, any of that kind of stuff. It's going to be super awesome. So guys, if you could do a big favor for me, go ahead and introduce yourself in the chat. I would love to see who's on here, where you're at, what you're doing. And we'd love to meet you. This is going to be a smaller one. We usually have a few hundred people on our webinars, and this is a little bit more intimate group, which I really like because this one is made to interact with you guys as opposed to us just like blowing through a bunch of slides, okay? So a few announcements, guys, before we get started, as we get some more people hopping in. I see we already got like 46, 47 people hopping in. That's awesome. So a few announcements before we get started, guys. First thing that I would love for you to do, do us a big favor, is just subscribe to our channel. There's a big button right below this video that's playing right now. Just hit that subscribe button. We've been putting a ton of effort into video because we really believe that that is the future. We think there's a ton of traffic to be gobbled up on YouTube and by turning your content into videos. So we're putting out a lot of new content on our YouTube channel. So if you guys want to keep seeing that kind of stuff, just make sure you hit that subscribe button below. We love to share all this new content with you. The second thing I want to say is, guys, we wanted to do something special. Now, we're planning on launching. We were planning on launching a paid Facebook group where you have to pay to get monthly access to it. But guys, we want to do something special for you today because you're joining us. We just created this brand new group that's all about scaling your agency and selling SEO. So I would love for you guys to join it right now. I made a really easy link that just forwards you to Facebook. It's called thehoth.com/agencyfb, and I would love for y'all to hop in it right now. Like I said, we're planning on charging for this in the future, but because we have this tight-knit group on this webinar, we'd love for you to just join for free right now, okay? So if you want to check that out, it's there, and I'll also drop the link at the end of this as well, okay? Let's see what else we got. Guys, real quick, we do have a bunch of deals going on until July, as we still got a few people hopping in. I'm going through these announcements. All right. We have some pretty banger deals. I don't know if you guys saw, we kind of quietly released DA50 guest posts last week, and we're actually just going to do a flash sale until the end of the month on that. So we got 25% off. So if you guys are interested in some hooked up with some high quality guest posts, we got that. We also got get up to $400 in free guest post links with the purchase of blog content. And then we're also doing BOGO Hoth videos. So we got a lot of deals going on. They're ending here in just a few days, a little bit next week. Check them all at thehoth.com/SEO discount. Now, guys, while I'm saying this, go ahead, whatever questions that you guys have about selling SEO, scaling agency, go ahead and put them in the chat right now. So we can start loading those up, and we'll go through them as we're going through this. Now, like I said, we do have like a little bit of an outline to kind of guide the conversation on this one, but this can totally be guided by you guys. This is an interactive event. It's not just us going through slides and just blabbing. We really want to answer your questions about selling SEO. We want to know where you're at, what your problems you're having, all that kind of stuff, and I think it's gonna be super cool. So the content's gonna be guided by you, and you guys you can ask us about anything. You can ask us about how to get started. If you're just getting started, that's totally fine. Or if you're already advanced, how to scale selling SEO. We're going to be talking about what you need to know if you've never, actually sold SEO before. We can talk about who the best clients are, if in terms of like the easiest ones to work with, the ones you get the most money out of. We talk about how much to charge, how to get and convert clients. There's a lot of methodologies we can kind of show you behind the scenes ours. What to say on the phone, how to set expectations, how to close deal, all kinds of different stuff we can go through today, guys, okay? So go ahead and throw your questions in the chat if you have things that you'd like to ask, and we will go through them as they come, okay? So, guys, real quick, if you have never been to any of the webinars before, who are we and why should you listen to us? So a couple things just to give us a little quick introduction. We are the Hoth. We've been around since 2010. We do primarily white label SEO. About 70% of our revenue is people actually reselling our services or white labeling it. And that could be web designers, could be agencies, could be anything like that. We've, like I said, we started in 2010, but we've grown a lot in the last few years. We got to be on the INC 5000 list as one of the fastest growing marketing companies in the US. We got Tampa Bay, best places to work. We're a regular contributor to Forbes, all kinds of different stuff. So we've been around the block, and I show you this. So, sometimes you get on these webinars, you don't know who these people are. And I want to show you guys that we're a real company. We're having a ton of fun over here. So we'd love to meet you sometime. Andrew, Andrew's actually on this call. Andrew, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit, give a little bit of your background.
Yeah, what's up, guys? My name's Andrew. I'm an account executive with the Hoth. I've actually been doing this for about 2.5 years now, and I can honestly tell you I've learned a ton in that time frame. I believe I have right around 5,000 clients right now, which sounds crazy, but what's awesome with the Hoth is we're all about scalability, and with that, it's easy to maintain those relationships. But the nice thing about that, with all that information and what we're doing today, is I'm basically going to be able to tell you guys what I've seen as an account manager and what works, what doesn't work, to kind of give you guys information on how to help your clients and basically grow your agency. So I started in the fire protection agency, which was great because you deal with difficult clients in that industry. It's not very glamorous, so it really kind of set me up for any sort of difficult situation or scenario. But yeah, once I joined the Hoth, because of that background, I actually became one of our top account managers. So we have an awesome sales belt that I'm sure you guys have seen in a couple videos, where the top sales guy gets the wrestling belt, it looks like, each month. And I've been lucky enough to have that a couple of times while I've been here. So I'm really excited to see what you guys have to offer as far as questions, and go ahead and fire away and shoot whenever you guys are ready.
Cool. Andrew, hey, by the way, can you turn your camera on?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me go ahead and get that. That way you guys can see me here.
Yeah, you make sure that you're
What's up, guys?
Okay, cool. And then for myself, my name is Clayton Johnson. I'm the CMO. I run marketing here at the Hoth. I've been with the Hoth since basically the beginning in 2010, but I have a little bit of a unique perspective because I don't just do the marketing. I also ran ops for many years. So I've seen both sides of the fence. You guys will get a pretty well-rounded answer from me running operations and being in charge of scaling and all those kinds of things, and then Andrew from the sales perspective, and then again from me from the marketing. So you get a really well-rounded view of how to really scale your agency. Okay, so guys, with that said, a long intro, but let's go ahead and do this. I already see a bunch of questions coming up. Let's go ahead here, and I do have some slides to guide this, but I'm going to go ahead. I saw a bunch of ones already coming in, and let me go ahead and check out what we have here in the Q&A so far, okay? So David Walters, what's up, David? Thanks so much for joining us. He says, can you give us a 30,000-foot overview in approaching a local for SEO? Sure. Andrew, do you want to take this one? I guess, David, you might be asking about actually how to do local or how to sell local. Maybe, Andrew, you can kind of give an overview. If you were talking to a local SEO client, what's the kind of overview of what they need to know?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a great question. A lot of our agencies are obviously dealing with local businesses. And I think the most important approach to local businesses is the competitive research. When you go to when you go to meet with that agency, make sure that you're bringing up some of their top 3 or 4 competitors. Show them what they're constantly doing as far as what their keywords have been doing the past 6 months, what their rankings are currently looking like. Because honestly, the analytics of their competition is really going to help you sell your service. And then just try to get a little bit of industry background, right? So if for me, let's say I came in the fire protection industry, I would hate if a competitor, or not a competitor, but an SEO agency approached me about my industry and didn't, know what they were talking about. You don't have to obviously become an expert within that industry, but if you can throw some key points about, maybe do a little bit of research on their website, take a look at their About Us, and just try to connect and create that relationship. I think that's really going to help you approach the local business. And then from there, once you're in that meeting with them, listening to their needs, checking to see if they've got a blog on their website. That's a great upsell. It's an easy one to just add fresh content. Google loves that. And then take a look what keywords that they're currently ranking page 2, page 3 for. That way we can get those easy wins, get them in the top page of Google, and you're building trust. That way, month 2, month 3, they're ready, to either up their budget or basically sign a long-term contract. So hopefully that answers the question. But just do some research and really try to build a rapport or a relationship.
Yeah, I think that's great advice, dude. I think in Andrew's response, we really kind of focused on, showing that potential client what their competitors are doing. That's a really powerful way to kind of, give people an idea of what you're going to be working on and actually kind of pit them up against their competitors and put a little fire under their ass to actually start using your services. But in terms of like pitching local SEO, there are a couple things that you'll want to consider. We actually have a huge guide on local SEO. You guys can check it out. Just search the Hoth local SEO, or even just search local SEO. We rank on page 1 for it. But the things you want to really focus on considering are like ranking in maps packs. When you search, a lot of searches are localized, so you want to get them ranked in the maps. You can do that by make sure their GMB is registered, verified, and all that kind of stuff. Also ranking their organic website and then getting them in directories, right? Getting them in the top directories a lot of times that are ranking on their ranking for their keywords. Okay, so if you guys want to check out more detail, we have that huge guide. It goes through everything. It's pretty comprehensive of how to do all the rankings and all that kind of stuff. And we do have products to support this. In fact, we just launched a completely managed version of Hoth X. It's our managed service, and we have a new flavor. It's called Hoth X Local, where we go through all that. So if you want more details, I would definitely check out this page. And I think that Andrew's response was great too. Okay, all right, let's see.
Actually, Clayton, to piggyback off that too, while you're looking at the map packs, if you're trying to strum up new business, that's a great way to figure out what types of businesses to target by what's just showing up right below that 3-pack, right? What's position 4, 5, 6, and just calling on those companies and seeing why they're not in the map pack. Are they currently working with an SEO provider? Don't be afraid to take a look to see who's just outside of that map pack as well.
Yeah. Okay, next question we got in here from Don. What's up? Thank you so much for the question. It says, biggest hurdle here, proving search results. We share SERPbook, however, when they search for themselves and they don't come up number 1, they flip out. All right, so Andrew, what do you do about that when people are asking about results?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great question. What we can do is just provide the analytics. If people are searching themselves and they're not there, this is a time thing. Rankings do bounce around from time to time, but by the end of, let's say, a 6-month contract, hopefully they are there. I would set the expectation of, if this is month 1 and they're already looking, of course they're not going to see themselves. If we're long-term, month 6, to a year in, realistically, they should have the ability to, see the improvement from where they started. Our Hoth X campaigns are really focused around results. So if you've got a client that's ranking page 9, page 10 within a 3-4 month time frame, we should see results. That might not mean first page rankings, but that means they should be 7, 6. If they were on page 3, 2, maybe they are on the first page. But I would just set the expectation of, first off, how far are they looking after the initial product or the initial onboarding? Because again, 4 to 6 weeks to crawl and index links. This does take time, but just set that expectation, and hopefully the client will be a lot easier to work with.
Yeah, I would agree with that 100%, man. One of the biggest things, I think there's a couple parts to this question. One is setting expectations, right? So if people think that they are going to rank number 1, if you set that expectation, then that's obviously what they're going to expect. But the thing about that is, the way SEO works now is a lot different than it did in the past. You used to think like, okay, if I rank for this one keyword, I win. And then if I don't rank for this keyword, then I lose. And that's not really the way that Google works now. We really like to focus on traffic as opposed to keyword rankings. Now, I'm not saying that they're not important, definitely important. But what we see is like, and with a page, usually when a page ranks and starts getting traffic, it can rank for like hundreds or even thousands of keywords, as opposed to just one. And those keywords can be like all over the map. So we really like to focus on getting them targeted traffic as opposed to ranking for a certain keyword, and setting that expectation up front. I think that's a really good way to do it. One of the things that we use a lot is we use Ahrefs, and we show you the amount of organic keywords you're ranking for in the top 100. We also show them estimated search traffic. Obviously, better if you have access to Google Analytics or something like that, but we felt like that's really good. So setting expectations and then showing them traffic as opposed to specific keyword rankings.
Yeah,
my comments.
I really like that, Clayton, because that's something that a lot of people kind of forget about is to look at the long tail variations of the keyword that you're currently targeting, because what you'll actually find are variations of that same search term actually will rise quicker to the first page, or get higher rankings, and they might only bring in 20, 30, 40, 50 searches a month, but if we can get 30 of those search terms or 20 of those search terms within the first page, while also improving that exact match, high competitive keyword, then we're actually doing a lot of benefit instead of just focusing on one term. So don't be afraid to try to find those long tail variations and show them that, hey, not only are we improving on this keyword, but the whole site as a the keywords with the whole site are actually improving for that term as well. So
yeah, I think that's really important. A lot of times, it'll like move into, you get a lot of keywords that start moving on to the second page as Google starts testing you out. So showing them those graphs from Ahrefs as the top 100 keywords, that's a really great way to show them that you're making progress, because SEO just is not an overnight thing, man.
That's for sure.
Smash Stack Web Development. What's up? Says, I know SEO at a limited basis. How do I confidently sell it to my clients? Andrew, I think you're the perfect person to answer this.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that question again? Sorry about that.
It says, I know SEO at a limited basis. How do I confidently sell it to my clients? You were an expert when you started here at the Hoth, weren't you?
Yeah, right. No, honestly, it's having confidence, right? Especially if you're using our services to resell and you have them on a managed plan. We're going to be your back end, so you can have the confidence and trust that we're going to be able to help you kind of walk through the a lot of the ins and outs as you get going. But if you approach your customer with confidence, establish a relationship with them, they're going to have more trust in you. And then what's nice with HothX is we walk you through their anchor text diversity. We walk you through their easy wins. We walk you through their competitive gap analysis. So we're going to give you the tools to approach that customer or client and say, hey, after I did my research, which the Hoth is doing for you, after I did my research, this is what it came back with. This is what your competition's ranking for that you're not. Your anchor text diversity is a little bit over optimized. So we're going to target keywords like click here, visit site, your brand name, your naked URL. So there's a lot of things that you really don't need to know when you're first getting started. But what you do need to know is how to establish a relationship with a client and listening to their needs and just setting expectations. And don't be afraid if you're in the meeting and you don't know. Say, that's a great question. Let me get back with my team, and I'll get back with you. And then just shoot them an email, and we'll be happy to help you through anything that you might not understand. But just have the confidence.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Confidence is important, but I think one of the most important things to remember about when you're starting to sell SEO to clients is that you don't need to know everything underneath the sun to be able to sell to them.
Yeah.
And actually, to be honest, one of the worst eye-rolling moments you could possibly give to a client is like they get on the phone, they don't know very much about SEO, and then if you're an expert, you just start smashing them with a bunch of industry terms, and their head starts spinning. They're like, I don't even know what's going on. So it actually can be worse if you're a total expert because you can't connect with the client. The thing about selling things to people is you don't need to know everything. You just need to know more than they do. And now I'm not saying you definitely need to know. There's a handful of things you need to know. You want to be able to be confident in what you're selling. You want to be able to give them the correct information. But by no means do you need to be an SEO expert. In fact, Andrew, I said, was a perfect example because he literally could not spell SEO when he came to work at the Hoth.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But actually, I think it's one of your best qualities is that you didn't know anything about SEO. So everything that you learned, you're able to really connect with the clients instead of, blasting them with a bunch of industry terms.
Absolutely.
So I think the things that you really need to know, just to kind of start out, is the basic SEO process, right? Which starts usually with, you're looking at the site. You need to know that basically the concept of SEO is when you want to rank their website and rank their pages for the keywords that their clients are searching for. So usually we start with keyword research to find out, what people are searching for. And then we do on-site optimization. We make sure that their website is all optimized to be ranked in Google. And then we go out and we can potentially build more content on that website. And then we also do link building. That's basically off-page SEO to show Google that you're an authority. And that's kind of like the basic process right there. And as long as you can kind of explain that, I think you'll be pretty good. And I'll show you a resource when we get to the end of this that'll really walk you through each of those things a lot more clearly. Anything else to add to that, Andrew?
Yeah, and I was just about to say, and you're probably going to show them at the end, but we do have these tools for you guys at new startups, new agencies. SEMrush, Ahrefs can be very expensive. So we actually have some really awesome tools on our website that are completely free for you guys to use to help you with that keyword research. So definitely check those out. I mean, we really try to be a provider of information and knowledge and tools to help you guys, basically get started and grow your agency. So.
Yeah, exactly. Now, to speak a little bit to that question, this webinar right now is actually just an extension of this huge guide we put out called How to Sell SEO Like a Champion. And that exact question is right here. It says SEO 101, what you need to know, how to sell. So if you guys want to check that out afterwards, we actually go into more depth and explain that a lot more clearly, exactly what you need to know how to sell. Okay,
yep.
Cool. So let's see what else we got here. Bill says, in adding this as a biz dev service, what do you find is the best way to differentiate Hoth services from from the many other options? So I'm curious, Bill. I'm curious if you're asking how the Hoth is differentiated from other SEO resellers, because there are a handful of other SEO providers out there. If you're asking us to sell the Hoth to you, I think there's probably a lot. Maybe you could clarify that question. Are you asking us, is the Hoth better than other SEO resellers, or are you asking something else? If you put that clarification, we'll answer that question. All right, let's see. Can you do SEO for my local agency, Andrew?
Yeah, absolutely. That's we do SEO for many. Now, I guess I should clarify. Are you wanting SEO for your own agency, or are you asking if we can do SEO for any sort of local agencies like their clients? But the answer is yes to both. We actually have SEO companies that, and it's not. Don't be embarrassed. A lot of SEO companies are so busy working with their clients. They're so busy, trying to scale their business that they really don't have the time to focus on their own SEO. So that's actually one of our most favorite types of sites to do, because we're authority in the industry and we know all about SEO. So we can write awesome blog content for you. We've got a lot of resources to get niche specific links. So yes, we can do SEO for your own SEO agency. It's not a conflict of interest at all for us, and we would love to help you out.
Okay, cool. The Convicted Marketer says, what are the ideal clients?
Ideal clients are ones with budgets, right? That's like, that's the broad answer. But if you think about it, every industry is going to have their leaders. And what I mean by that is every industry, whether it's a roofing company, a fire protection company, a local plumbing company, they're all going to have their leaders in that industry where they're making enough to support a marketing budget. And also a lot of people are still marketing with things that really don't matter. Valpak, radio. I know I get in my car every day and I put on Pandora. I don't even listen to the radio unless your market is like a nursing home where you got the guy listening to Rush Limbaugh like religiously every day at 1 o'clock or whatever time he comes on. Then maybe radio is great for you. But realistically, most businesses are still spending their marketing dollars in places that are wasted, right? So it's just teaching that business, hey, come on board with us. Let us show you what you can do, and just making sure that they have that budget. And again, every industry, you've got that $1 million a year business that is an authority in your local area. So just take a look to see what they what those companies are, and reach out. I mean, it's pretty simple, really.
Yeah, we have and I would agree with everything that you said, Andrew. In terms of like what an ideal client is there's a few different angles you can take with this. One is like your side of marketing, which we kind of touch on this in our big SEO reseller guide, which I say that, if you are an agency, I have a big preference for going niche, right? So if you can serve the same type of client over and over, like you can serve plumbers over and over, you can serve nursing homes over and over, you can serve software as a service companies over and over. That's really good because then you can kind of just replicate campaigns over. Now, outside of that kind of going niche idea, a good client for us is somebody that has a significant budget to spend, and this is not going to be their saving grace, right? Because anybody that expects the moon and the stars and the sun from SEO and has nothing else going for them, it makes it just a lot higher. It makes it just a lot harder. SEO can be an incredibly powerful piece of the SEO puzzle, but it is just one piece of the marketing puzzle. So people that have other things going on, that's pretty much an ideal client for us. But yep. If you do your systems right and you set your business up to be really scalable, you'll be able to take on loads of different clients just like we do. So that'd be my answer to that. Okay, next question. Daniel Campo says, what would be the process to resell Hoth SEO services to a client? So, Andrew, you get questions like this from resellers all the time getting started. So what's the best way for a reseller to get started selling our services to the client?
Well, first up, if you don't have an account already, go to thehoth.com, sign up, create one. It's completely free. Once you do, you have access to all of our awesome tools, our blog posts, which are super informative. And then from there, schedule a consultation with one of the 9 account managers and account executives that we actually have, because we would be more than willing to kind of go over that with you and help you. But what's really awesome is we don't lock you into any like monthly contracts to resell our services. So that's, we try to make it as transparent, as easy as possible. All of our reporting is completely white labeled. And just hop on a call with us, and we would be more than happy to go over that. But it is really, really simple. As soon as you create an account, you can start reselling our services right away. You should be able to mark them up anywhere from 2 to 4 times, what we sell them for on our website. It depends on, the niche that of the client you're dealing with. Are you in New York City versus Omaha, Nebraska, right? What your local market looks like. But yeah, I mean, it's that simple. Create an account. Schedule a call. We'll go over the products and services, and then just start reselling.
Yeah, like we get a lot of resellers that come in, and could be maybe you already have existing packages. We can show you how our products fit into your existing packages, or if you do not have existing packages, we have kind of a done-for-you service where we can just plug you in and you can just start reselling like a totally complete managed service as well. So the best thing to do is really book a call with us. If you want to do it right now, it's just thehoth.com/meet. We answer these questions and help resellers get started every single day. Like I said, like 70% of our sales are from people that are reselling us. So we're like pretty much experts at how to get you started doing that. All right, cool. So let's see what else we got here. Daniel Campbell says, do you work with non-English and non-USA based clients? Hell yes, we do. We have tons of clients in Australia, tons of clients in Canada, UK, and actually even in non-English speaking countries, Spain, France, South America, all kinds of different stuff. Now, different products, we have different products that work with different languages. Some are more flexible than others. We primarily work in English, but yeah, we definitely do more than outside the US, okay? So let's see what else we got here. Just going through these questions. All right, related to this local, when you're building backlinks, should you focus on keywords with the location attached or without? Dentist versus dentist in Atlanta. I think you can do both. Yep. You can do both, yeah. It's not a huge deal. A lot of times you can't smash in, like you can't always get dentist in Atlanta in your links. But if you still just get dentist in there, it still gives you a contextual authority. I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Google is going to know your location. And honestly, if you are worried about that, wouldn't you say probably some blog content to get some geo-specifics in there, just so when Google goes to crawl and index everything, they see that, hey, you're a dentist office in Atlanta or in Boise, you know, wherever you may be located. But they're going to know where your, you know, location is based off your GMB, the address on your website, everything. So.
Yep. Okay. Mark Austin, he says, how much do you charge for SEO? I think this is a question we get all the time. So Andrew, what do you tell resellers about how much they should charge?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, our managed plans start at $500 a month and are scalable in $500 blocks. We also have a la carte options that range anywhere from $60 for link building to a couple $100 for guest posting. Our blog content, you know, ranges again from $40 to a couple $100. So it really just depends on the services that you're looking for, but we should have a scalable solution for both small, large, medium-sized clients, and then also big corporations as well. We can handle, you know, the larger multi-million-dollar companies. So, I mean, it's pretty much up to whatever your client's budget is. We'll have a solution to fill it. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think the main thing to remember right there is that, you know, we have pretty much budgets for anything, and most of our clients, they just take our prices and double or triple them.
Yep. But also make sure that you're not selling yourself short too, because while we have budgets for any niche, you want to make sure, this is when it goes back to setting the expectation with your client, is what's realistic to get results, right? If you're talking about a law firm in a local area and they only, you know, they're telling you that they've got $250 a month to spend on SEO, it's not enough. So, you know, make sure you guys are setting that expectation. And that's easily done with the competitive research, when you can tell them, well, hey, look, this guy down the street is ranking, you know, for 500 more keywords, and the traffic he's getting is 3,000 more visitors a month. You know, our budget should really be here to catch up with that. So just make sure, again, it goes back to setting the expectation and not selling yourself short, your agency short, because your smallest budget clients are usually your biggest headaches. So while we have budgets for every you know niche, make sure that you're at least selling the client, you know, what they realistically need, and don't be afraid to turn down business. I mean, you're better off focusing on things that are gonna, you know, up your revenue and help you grow.
Yeah, I like that a lot, man. We actually go into details on, you know, one of the angles that you were talking about was you want to take a look at their competitors and see what it's going to take to get them actual results. We actually go into you go into detail on how to kind of determine that, or at least get started on that way. Give them kind of a roundabout figure in our SEO reseller guide on our website, on our how to sell SEO guide. So if you guys want to check that out afterwards, and I think that'll be a really great explanation for you. Okay, let's see. Mark is asking, are PBNs still a thing in 2018? Yes, they are still a thing in 2018. There's a lot of people that have success with PBNs. Personally, and with the Hoth, we don't use any PBNs. We just think that for most people, building PBNs is probably going to be a waste of time in 2018. Google's gotten smarter and smarter and keeps getting smarter. And unless you're going to deep dive and be the expert of the experts, it's probably not our number one recommendation. Our recommendation is to just do things as natural as possible, because we're not in it for quick results. We're in it for the long game, and I think that's what you know, everyone should be, at least. So that's my answer for that one. No hate to anybody that does PBNs; they're very effective for those who do, and props to those. Just for most people, I don't think it's the appropriate choice. Let's see what else we got. Can you show us what white label reporting for client looks like? Yes, Alexis, we can totally do that. We actually have a ton. Every report that we have is a little bit different. If you want to just shoot us a message at support@thehoth.com, we can show you all of the white label reports. Basically, it's just a pretty simple reporting without any logos on it or anything like that.
Also, a couple of our product pages should have some sample reports at the bottom under the FAQ section. I know press release, guest post, they definitely do. But yeah, just reach out to support@thehoth.com. We'll get you hooked up.
Okay, let's see what else we got here. Do you suggest to be in one niche or approach many industries? What do you think, Andrew?
I do like what you said earlier about being niche specific, because especially word of mouth can really help you out. You can also target specific trade shows. Like if you focus on law firms, every niche is going to have a really big, legal trade show. So it can be really easy to help grow your business quickly. But I wouldn't limit yourself, right? Because now you're capping the market, right? You're capping yourself on, well, I've got all my local law firms or chiropractic offices signed up with me. But yeah, I mean, try to specialize in something, but don't be afraid to expand. I mean, this is a industry where the research, everything, once you've ranked one website, you can take it and replicate it for pretty much any niche out there. That's our biggest question. Have you seen this niche? Do you work with this niche? The answer is yes. You can do it. The research is just going to be a little bit different, but the backlinks are going to be the same. The fact that you need content is going to be the same. It's not a foreign concept by any means. So hopefully that helps.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, man. Like, despite SEO being basically the same or very similar for many different industries, clients still want to see, results from an industry exactly like them. So when you can show them that you have 25 lawyer clients, that makes it a lot easier to convert the next lawyer. So, okay. So the next question: how to ask clients for their budget without letting them try to bring your price tag down? How do you ask clients for their budget, Andrew?
I would first listen to their needs and their expectations and wants. And then once they, give that budget, I would just be realistic with them if you feel like that would work to, what their goals are. And if you feel like it would, then perfect. If not, then, that's when it becomes your job to go back and say, well, listen, you're trying to rank for 25 keywords and you're only wanting to give me, $500 a month. Realistically, with that budget, I could maybe, focus on 5 keywords because we don't want to spread the authority way too thin. And sure, there's going to be companies out there that would be willingly to take your money. But guess what? In 2 to 3 months, you're not going to be with that company anymore because you're going to be dissatisfied with their results. I'm sure a lot of agencies out there that are watching this have heard it before. Oh, I am so nervous to begin working with you. I've been burned by my last agency. They didn't get me results. And that's realistically the agency's fault for not setting that expectation. So listen to their budget, but also be realistic with them. Again, I always say, do not be afraid to turn down business. I know it's about the quick dollar. I know we all really want to grow, but we want to grow the right way. And honestly, when you can set those expectations and, word of mouth is going to travel. People, that are in business or entrepreneurs, they talk to other entrepreneurs. And if you're getting them results, they are not going to have a problem, giving you referrals, recommending your company. So I would say just set that expectation and just be honest with a potential client.
Yeah, I agree with everything that you said, man. In terms of asking client what their budget is, I think that a lot of time we just straight up ask them what their budget is and kind of show them what we can do for that budget. We don't have any kind of, like, all our pricing is set and fixed based on production. So meaning, like, if you spend more money, you will get more links and you will get more content. That's pretty much it. Like, people want more traffic, and it's like, okay, this is what you get for the price. And then if you want to get it faster, or if you want to get more traffic, then that's how the budget goes up. So it's less about trying to, like, work a special deal or having them increase their budget or anything like that. We just kind of, like, very clearly explain to them what our packages are, and then if they want to be more aggressive, they can get more stuff and they can increase their budget. That's pretty much it. There's no real sneakiness to it or anything. Let's see what else we got in here. We got a lot of questions in here, so this is awesome, guys.
Awesome.
Yeah, keep throwing them in. We'll keep sticking around and hanging out and answering these things. I love this kind of stuff. So check us out. Here's the next question from Don. They are there via SERP. However, a lot of what we do is zip code based, and if they are not in the zip we are focused, it's hard to explain. I'm not sure if I understand your question. If you could rephrase that, Don, that would be awesome. Let me see what else we got here. Results in SEO. SEO takes months. If they have another competitor that is better than them, will take a long time. SEO is not instant gratification. If you want instant, then do SEM and paid marketing. I would agree with you, Travis. I think in terms of setting expectations for how long it's going to take to get SEO results is really important. Andrew, how do you set expectations for how long it's going to take to get results? And how do you get clients over the hump of being like, I put money into today, I might not see results for 90 days. How do you get people over that hump?
Yeah, I think this is actually one of my favorite questions and probably one of the easiest to answer is, and I like to use the analogy is that, investing in SEO is like, paying a mortgage on a house versus doing AdWords or campaigns it's like, renting an apartment, right? Sure, you can get instant gratification, but you're going to constantly keep throwing your money away. And then when you stop paying, you're gone, you're done. So you need to figure out what a healthy budget is for you. I had a client, that was spending $50,000 a month on AdWords. They came, worked with us. I said, give us just a little bit of that budget. And by, month 6, once he was, doing some SEO, he actually took that back down all the way down to $10,000 in AdWords. And he was only spending probably, I think, $5,000 on HothX with us a month. Because you can get in a vicious cycle where if you're just spending AdWords and you're not growing your organic rankings, that you're just going to be throwing astronomical money out the window when you could easily take up a couple spots, on the first page of Google and just get those rankings organically for a lot cheaper on a monthly basis than what you would, in AdWords. Now, it does take time, and that's just the expectation that you just have to set is that, this is going to take time, but in the long run, listen, you just paid your mortgage. You own that. You own that first page ranking. No one's taking your backlinks away after you stop paying this month. No one's taking your blog content away. This is paying your mortgage. You're going to get your house paid off. You're going to get that first page ranking. So I think that's the best way to explain it. The difference between renting an apartment and owning your own home. So.
Yeah, I think actually I was scrolling through the comments and there's quite a bit of chat, guys. Everyone's talking about SEO versus Google ads versus Facebook ads. And I just want to throw my 2 cents in there.
Yeah.
Personally, from my standpoint, I think SEO is an amazing channel. I think it's maybe one of the best, if not the best channel for many businesses out there. And a lot of these, in running paid traffic and doing organic, they're not mutually exclusive. It's not one or the other. You guys as marketers, you need to understand, and this is so important, is that if your job is to get ROI. So it doesn't fucking matter if it's Facebook ads or AdWords ads or SEO. You should not be a one-track marketer. You should be doing everything. Like if it produces ROI and it's working for your brand, then why not take that shit to the moon? Okay, that is my personal opinion. And actually, the Hoth, although we get, if you look us up on SEMrush or whatever, you can see that we get like $100,000, $200,000 a month of free traffic from Google because we have worked on our SEO. We put out tons of guides and articles and tools and all kinds of stuff. We rank for tons of keywords, right? So we put a lot of effort into doing that. But at the same time, we also run AdWords, we run YouTube ads, we run AdWords ads. We do all this kind of stuff. Why? Because it produces ROI. What I think about SEO more or less kind of being content, right? You need content that's going to help people, that's going to speak to your audience, going to help take them down the funnel. You answer the questions that people are asking. That's why we build all these guides, because it answers people's questions. But then we take paid traffic and we amplify that, right? It's going to rank in Google, but we can take that content we've created and really amplify it with paid traffic. So if you can be a multi-track marketer, you're going to have like 10 times the success as you can in just doing SEO. Don't just be an SEO guy. I encourage all good marketers to understand the whole ecosystem out there. I see like a bunch of comments, kind of people going back and forth. So I just want to throw my 2 cents in on that kind of stuff. So, so let's see what else we got here. All right. So if people still talking about Facebook ads and whatnot, yeah, I love Facebook ads. Actually, guys, I'll throw this in there. Every once in a while, every year, or we actually launched this the first one last year. We have an offer called the Big Kahuna. It's not available right now, but we did it for the first time last year, and it was a huge success. And it was a $50,000 offer. We sold it out, and basically what it is if you purchase this $50,000 offer, we take you behind the scenes. We show you not only what we do for SEO, but how we run our entire marketing. The whole shebang, including Facebook ads, funnels, email marketing, retargeting, all the tricks and stuff like that. So if you guys want to scale your agency like we have, we've 10x in the last 3 years. Look out for that offer. We might have another one coming up later this year. So everyone, I see a lot of people talking about Facebook and PPC, and that's definitely a part of the strategy. So we'd love to show you behind the scenes if you guys hop in that offer. All right, let's see what else we got. All right. Ooh, I just scrolled a ton. Wow. Hold on. Andrew, do you have anything else to add while I find the next question?
Yeah, I mean, when it just comes to, agencies, starting out, or, if you guys ever just want to schedule a call with us, we do a really good job of also looking at, potential clients that you're getting ready to onboard. And we can tell you before, you even have a meeting with that client, what products to recommend just by looking at their backlink profile. And so feel free to, I guess, just reach out to us to kind of do, onboarding strategies before you even meet with clients. And we're always happy to do that. Some of my most successful agencies, that's what they'll do, is they'll just reach out to me and say, hey, Andrew, I'm getting ready to, offer a chiropractic office at $1,000 HOTX. Do you think that's a feasible option, or do you think we need to be higher or lower? And, that's what our account managers are here to do, is basically help you guys, onboard potential clients. So,
yeah. Okay, next question says, do you charge a fee for your website analysis, competition analysis for potential clients?
That's kind of what we just went over. So yes and no. What I mean by that is we do have a fully managed plan that's going to be going, fully in depth, anchor text ratios, everything, to come up with like a 3-month strategy on how we plan on getting you results. That's part of HOTX. And so, yeah, we would charge for that. But like what I just talked about, if you guys want to schedule calls with your campaign manager, once you create an account, we can do a brief overview of basically looking at their backlinks, looking at the keywords that they're ranking for, looking at their website, looking at what the domain authority currently is, whether they have a blog or not, and can easily make recommendations. But to get that full in-depth, analysis from what I call our SEO gurus, which would be Jake or Steven, if you guys have ever worked with them, they're awesome. That would require, either HOTX or what is it, Mega as well. Do we do a complete analysis for Mega, Clayton?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we do a consult. Yeah.
Yep. So both for HOTX, for Mega, those are going to be our fully managed service, and that's when we get real in depth with it.
Yeah. So when you're selling clients, we don't do like the whole research up front. We do quick analysis like on the phone, but I've seen agencies kind of they spend too much time like pre-preparing a huge custom pitch.
Yeah.
And it's really unnecessary. And actually, I think it kind of kills the deals actually, because you're putting them on it. You put your clients on a pedestal. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't serve your clients. It's just there's a much more efficient way to do it and help you get the money faster. What we like to do is we do things like webinars where we have all these results. We have a pitch already prepared, and they watch that. Then they come to us where they already understand the entire pitch. Right. And so then we can just apply that same thing to them and close the deal a lot easier. I've seen it where, agencies have reached out and they've, prepared this like custom proposal deck, and then they'll drive to the business and they'll go and they'll meet with the owner. And it's just a huge thing. It just takes way too long to close deals like that. So we're big fans of doing the kind of inbound marketing, having people come to you, have a pre-prepared pitch, and then just quickly, analyzing their website on that actual closing call. There's also lots of ways to, drive way more leads so that you don't have to worry about closing one client. Andrew, if you get a client and you don't close them, are you worried about that?
Not, I mean,
how many phone calls do you take per day? How many new clients are flying into the system?
Yeah, I mean, a lot. I mean, what I always do is I feel comfortable if I'm providing them the best information, the best experience. I really don't worry about the close, because if I do my job properly, if they don't close honestly, then they probably were either shopping around or not a good fit, because, your job should just be to make sure that you're providing the most amount of information. I really don't worry about necessarily the close or not. I just want to make sure that the experience was good, right? That they left not having any more questions asked. And if you do your job, then the closes will come. I mean, it's just, automatic. So.
Yeah. I agree with that, man. Just drive way more leads. You don't really have to worry that much about closing the deal. And then I'm sure you see it all the time, man. If you're being true and not pushy with the client, because we don't hard sell anybody. We just answer their questions. We recommend products that are fit for their match. That's at least our style. And we have clients that you build that trust and that relationship, and then they close 1,000 times easier. They might not even close today. They might close in 3 months. They might close in a year. But they'll always remember that you were not pushy, that you provided great service to them. So that's kind of the approach that we take, and it works out really well for us. Travis says, how many employees does the Hoth have now, and how do you guys keep up with blog writing and niche industries? So a couple things. We have like 45 people working in the office. We probably have like 60 people on our core staff in total, because we have a development team in Eastern Europe, kind of things like that. So we got like 60 people on our core staff, more or less. And then in terms of our writing staff, we have 400 writers right now, around 400. The way we keep up with all the niches is we train them specifically on how to research, and we also we teach them to basically be a journalist, right? So a journalist goes out and there's news stories that happen all the time. They don't know, they might not particularly know exactly what happened there, but they know how to go and find the information and write a cohesive piece of content. So we do have that, and then at the same time, we also, with this pool of writers, we give them a list of topics, and they're able to pick ones that they're the best at. So that's kind of what we have currently right now. It works out really well. We produce thousands of articles per week, and Blogger is one of our top-rated products, period. So that's kind of how we keep up with all the blog writing and all that kind of stuff. So, all right, let's see what else we got. SRP says, we kill it with radio, TV, and print for our clients, and it's trackable. I agree with you, man. I think, like Andrew was talking about some of the old methodologies and stuff right now. I think you got to do what works for you. Like I said earlier, it's all about ROI, and so no hate to any channel. But I think what Andrew is mostly referring to are people that are throwing money in the trash can and it's not working for them. SEO obviously is extremely powerful. When you take somebody from like a Yellow Pages and you do SEO to their site, they can get a huge ROI out of that. That's kind of the angle that we're taking with that. But more props to you for killing it with radio or TV or any channel, actually. I believe any channel can be profitable. It's just about the kind of market and what's working for you. Most important thing is the ROI. All right, cool. So just want to make sure we're on the same page. Fist bump to you, brother. All right, let's see what else we got. How do you apply to be a writer for the Hoth? Come on, man, don't be a writer for the Hoth. Just be an SEO reseller. That's what this is all about, man. You have an agency and just crush it for your clients. It'd be awesome. But all jokes aside, thehoth.com/careers, that's where all of our job postings are. All right. So let's see what else we got. Yeah, let's see. Someone from our staff linked up our detailed SEO reseller guide. We put a ton of time into that, probably over 100 hours. We got videos and stuff, so you guys want to check that out. thehoth.com/SEO-reseller. It's going through a lot of things we're answering today in more depth, so you guys can check it out. It's a great resource. All right, so when you say the ideal clients are ones with a large budget, can you define large budget? Andrew, what do you think? What's the kind of differentiation in budgets that we see?
Yeah, a large. Yeah, no, that's great. So what I mean by a large budget, I mean a larger budget for their niche, right? If you're dealing with a fencing company or a roofing company, a large budget could be $500 a month. If you're with a law firm, a couple $1,000s is going to be a larger budget. If it's with a corporation, it could be in excess of 10 grand. So it really, when I say a larger budget, you don't want to go pick the bottom feeders of, the guy that's ranking page 9, page 10 of their industry. Try to find those companies that are on page 2, 3, 4, 5 that have the budget and are going to be able to spend the amount for their niche, right? Again, a roofing company's budget could be anywhere from $500 to $1,000 versus the law firm that's going to be a couple grand. So that's what I mean by larger budget. Just figure out what your ideal niche is, and then appropriate our products and services to meet those desires.
Yeah, I would agree with that, man. Sometimes their clients come in, they have like $100 a month budget. You could take that, but realistically, we only like to take budgets where we think we can actually get them results. So our managed plans, for instance, start at $500 a month. And then, you at least have to get enough money to be able to, give them some sort of results. That's what I would say. Now we have clients that spend $60 a month with us. We have clients that spend $60,000 a month with us. So I would just really focus on, exactly what Andrew said, going for whatever you can get results for them in that specific niche that they're in. All right. So C. Sanchez says, as a reseller or white label just starting out, are there any Hoth success case studies that we can use to reference as a reseller to give us more credibility. And Andrew, you want to take that?
Yeah, we actually have a bunch of white labeled case studies for you guys to use. And basically, once you create an account, once you get in contact with an account manager, they'll get you set up with our white labeled resources, our order form screenshots, our HOTHX proposal documents. But the answer is yes. We even have a white labeled website for brand new agencies that are that don't even have that. So the answer is we have everything to help you succeed and just start out. I always joke that, you know, we can help a college kid get through college reselling our services. That, you know, if he's going to the local bar and talking to the bar owner and saying, hey, do you have GMB listing? You know, do you need to be found in the maps? You know, so anybody can literally resell our services, and we have the resources to help them. To help you guys to do that, basically. So yes, the answer is absolutely.
Yeah, hit us up after this. We actually have a document that has case studies in it, explains our entire process, all that kind of stuff. It's basically a white label version of our HOTHX overview report. So you can actually just take that, throw your logo on it, and, you know, kind of tweak it to your brand and whatnot. And that has the case studies in there. It's got graphs of people, their traffic going up and everything. So that's pretty cool. It's on the I think it's actually at the bottom of the HOTHX sales page. So if you just search the HOTHX or search HOTHX, go down to the FAQ section. I'm pretty sure it's there. If not, just shoot us a message at support@thehoth.com. We'll find it for you. So do you provide SEO for Shopify stores? Is there a package I can use for my own store first, then offer it to other stores? Hell yeah, man. We do SEO for Shopify stores, e-commerce all the time. We have a lot of different packages based on what you want. Best thing to do is schedule a consultation with us. We're probably going to recommend our managed service because it's the most comprehensive. It's going to get you links. It's going to get you content. It's going to get you diversity, all that kind of stuff. So HOTHX is probably going to be our recommendation, but we'd love to take a look at your site and find something that really works for you. So, yep, that's it. So let's see. I own a WooCommerce shop. Shall I try to rank a product page or blog? Great question. What do you think, Andrew?
Both, right? But honestly, having the content to the blog page that, you know, with our blogging that we specifically do, that's going to become fully optimized. It's actually going to interlink to your products page, especially if the products page doesn't have a lot of content on it. It's going to be really hard to rank. But the idea is that we can get both of those ranking, right? But the best way to do it is going to be through blog content, supporting the blog content with high DA backlinks, like our guest posting service, things like that. But absolutely, definitely both through blogs at first, though.
Yeah, I think that's really important, man. A lot of times it's kind of hard to get really, really great links to product pages. So what we like to do is we like to build diverse amount of links. We like to do blogging. And then a lot of times when we hit blogs, they can actually answer questions about your products and services. A lot easier to rank to, so we can get a lot of really high quality guest posts to those. So they're not mutually exclusive. A lot of times what we do is we send good links to your blog, and your blog links to your product pages, and it transfers the link juice. So you get both at the same time. So that's kind of actually the whole theory behind, you know, our managed plans. So it's a little bit of both.
Is that why we have that awesome special this month where if you buy 4 blogs, you get 1 DA30 guest post for free? Is that kind of
yes?
Into that?
Yes, it is.
that's kind of what I thought.
Yeah, what we see a lot of times is people are trying to get, and we get complaints. People like, you didn't give me a good guest post, and we go, look, dude, real editors are not going to let us slam links to your, you know, your lame product page. It just looks unnatural. So the way to do it, if you want really good links, is you got to have good content to link to. So we have a special going on right now where if you can actually get up to $400 in free guest posts if you buy blog content this month. Okay, so you guys can check that out. Just search the Hoth SEO discount. You guys can see our monthly deals there. It'd be pretty cool. Actually, I think I have a slide that shows the URL for that. Let's see. Here it is. thehoth.com/SEO-discount. You guys want to check that out. You can get free links this month if you purchase blog content. You can also get 25% off DA50 plus guest posts. We got a couple deals on getting really good links. The DA50 guest posts, those need to link to content though. So,
yep. All
right, online marketing giant. We have 100 plus clients and offer SEO, Google Ads, and Amazon. It's never one thing. It's all about finding the right clients and billing the right amount. Just say no to silver bullet marketing. Yes, hell yeah, I agree with you 100%, man. If you're an agency that can offer multiple services, like we're kind of in an interesting position where we only offer SEO, and that's it. But as another agency, if you can offer multiple services, I think that puts you in a really good position. Okay, so all right, let's see what else we got here. All right, we got a lot of questions. Man, we have a ton of questions here. This is awesome, dude. You having a good time, Andrew?
Oh man, this is great. Anytime we can connect with potential clients or our clients that we're already working with, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, and just guys, real quick, I mentioned this at the beginning of the call, but we did just open a new Facebook group just for agencies. Guys, we're planning on charging for this, but for the next, for anybody that's on this webinar, we're going to let you in for free. It's thehoff.com/agencyfb. Now, we just started this thing, so there's nothing in there. We're really looking to get this like tight community started of people that are really, doubling their agencies or tripling their agencies through selling SEO and really just like getting this community going. Like I said, like 70% of the Hoff is basically resellers. So we're in a unique position to kind of bring everybody together and let's all get up together. I think it could be something that's really awesome. So if you guys want to check it out, I'll put the URL up there and let's see what other questions that we got here. All right. All right, on PPC versus SEO sell, is it safe to tell a client if they're getting X return from the PPC investment, that same investment into SEO will equal or better than that result? So, Fred, I think it's a great question. I personally refrain from trying to get too specific with anything, just because it's not possible and it's just not true. There's not. I've seen a lot of times where an SEO agency will try to say, well, if you get this ranking, it has about this click-through rate, and then it has about this amount of monthly searches, and we think you're going to convert like this, and your average product price is this, and that means you're going to make X dollars. It's just all over the place, man. I've ran every type of traffic under the sun, and it's just really murky waters when you start promising people are going to get one thing or another. Now, I think what a better angle to take on the PPC versus SEO sell is just clearly explain the benefits of each and how they fit into the picture. PPC you can turn on today, but you're going to after that money is spent, that traffic is gone. SEO is going to take a longer time, but it's an investment in your future. You can get SEO rankings that can hopefully last for months, years into the future, okay? So there's just different types of things. And actually, I don't like to pit them one against the other. I like to do both. I think both are good investments, and they can be done simultaneously as well. All right, let's see what else we got here. Agree there should be a healthy mix between paid search, depending different paid produces results faster while building search. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly what you said. All right. We do high-end Facebook IG ads, and it must be part of the strategy discussion. Yeah, I agree. If you can approach it by multiple angles, I think that's awesome. Let's see what else we got. I turned in late. Is there a webinar or resource I can watch or read to educate myself in order to sell services more effectively? Yes. So actually, let me show you this, guys, right now. I was going to show you this at the end of the webinar, but check this out. This webinar is kind of a continuation of a big resource that we just put out a couple weeks ago called thehoff.com/SEO-reseller. It walks you through a lot of the things that we've been talking about today, and really is going to help you either get started, or if you're more advanced, it's going to show you kind of behind the scenes some of our tricks, how we've been able to scale. And I'm sure you can pull at least a couple of golden nuggets out of there. All right, so let's see what else we got over here. Do you rank GMB listings rather than organic or organic local? We do both. The way that GMB and local works now is there's something called a blended algorithm, meaning that used to be, if you wanted to rank your GMB, or it used to be called Google Places or Google Local, you would just build citations. But now what it is the more organic rankings you have on the website, the better your GMB is going to rank. Okay, so we do both. We build citations. We help you get reviews. We build organic links. We build organic content to your regular website. So you have to approach local SEO way more holistically than you did previously. So we do both. All right. So let's see. Is there any email templates to cold outreach to clients? Great question, Andrew. What do you feel about cold email?
It doesn't. I don't want to It really doesn't work that well. I would rather you guys pick up the phone or drop in, Now, if you've got something that's that you're providing some sort of information, like a lead generation type email where it's like, hey, thanks for, I'm just checking in. Come check out our free SEO audit tool that we have. Then yeah, you're probably going to get a better response. But if it's just like, hey, I'm your local SEO agency. Do you want SEO? Thanks, bye. Then, just stop. Don't even email. But if you can provide them some sort of information, try to capture, their attention with providing a free tool or something like that, then you'll probably have some success with it. But yeah.
Yeah. Just a real quick announcement, guys, before I answer this. We're over an hour right now. So if you guys have any more questions, feel free to throw them in there. We'll answer, take another few if you guys still have any more. But in terms of cold emailing, there's a lot of people that do it, and it definitely can work. So no hate and props to anybody that can make it work. However, we've tried it and we've had very little success with it.
Yeah.
Our preference way above anything else, like about 100,000 times above cold emailing, is to start working on your own inbound marketing. And so when I say inbound marketing, what I mean is, it's the opposite of outbound marketing. It's the opposite of going out and being like interrupting people and saying, hey, do you want to buy something? You don't want to do that. Like, the markets they're more advanced now. People don't want to be interrupted. People getting pitched all the time. What you want to do is actually just attract the right people to you. Okay. And so how you do that is by creating blogs, creating resources, creating articles, creating presentations that help people understand how to do what they want to do. So, like, for instance, we sell our SEO services. A lot of them are sold through a webinar that we have where it clearly explains to them how they can get more traffic. We break down exactly what's going on in SEO today. We break down how links work, how blogs work, all that kind of stuff. And then once people understand, that whole thing, it makes them 1,000 times easier to close. So, when you do that kind of inbound marketing, when you're producing that type of content, you can rank for all these keywords. And you're going to start having people start knocking on your door, asking if they can buy your services, as opposed to trying to slam them with a cold email and try to close them like that. And actually, we go into a lot of this type of stuff and show you guys a little more in detail about the whole process in that guide that you see up on the screen right now, that hoth.com/SEO-reseller. We talk a lot in depth about what inbound marketing is and how we actually attract our perfect clients to us. So hopefully that makes sense. Props to you if you can make cold email outreach work. But from our test in today's market and the clients that we want to attract, at least, we had to send an enormous amount of spam emails to be able to even convert. So we don't even do any cold email. And we're able to drive literally hundreds of leads every day through inbound marketing. So, that's our opinion on that. All right. So, Andrew, we got a few more questions in here before we wrap up, guys. Andrew, could you specifically do an analysis of our website and give an opinion on whether or not our current SEO spend is effective? I believe we may fit your ideal client profile.
Absolutely. I would love to do that. Shoot me an email at andrew@thehoth.com. I'll take a look at, whatever I need to. We can also hop on a consultation. I'd be more than happy to.
So Solutions One they're asking about HothX local managed campaign. Can you speak more to that? And is there a page where we can view more details of pricing on that? There's actually not a page up there yet. It's because we just launched it as our first version earlier this month, but there is a special deal you guys can get on. So if you want to shoot us an email, support@thehoth.com, we'll show you the secret landing page before we actually launch it publicly. We did a webinar earlier this month, so we launched it, soft launched it to a private group, but we can get you on this deal. There's a really crazy deal going on if you want to hop in until the end of the month. So shoot us an email, support@thehoth.com. We'll slip you the replay page with the special offer for HothX Local, and you can get on that. All right. So let's see here. What other questions we got? What would your advice be to someone who knows a lot about SEO theory but struggles to implement it practically and who struggles to do a solid checklist of SEO tasks? What do you think, Andrew?
Sounds like you're really busy. Take a step back and
outsource it to us.
Yeah, exactly. And just let us handle it for you. I mean, that's exactly what we're here is. We want to help agencies scale. Just like we scale out our own business, we want to scale your business. So what's great about our managed plans is that you can literally go out and hire a sales team to resell this service, knowing that we're going to be doing all the research. We're going to basically be making the recommendations as far as what keywords to target, what URLs to go after, what the topics of the blog content should be. So, you know, just relax, take a step back, let us handle it for you, and focus on growing your business.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, man. A lot of smart people have this problem, is where, you know, they're really smart. They love getting into the details, and it can actually be a crutch, or it can be something that kind of hurts you actually. If number one thing is, I'd say just outsource it to us, so you know that's taken care of. But I would agree with Andrew 100%. Just take a step back. Really, what's kind of crazy is that you know, I've seen every intricate factor of SEO. I've been studying it since 2010. But the reality of what produces the biggest amount of results is actually the really simple stuff. I mean, I would love to tell you that if there's some, you know, awesome trick and stuff like that, but it's really the simple stuff, which is essentially just adding more like kick-ass content to your website. Like, keep pumping out blog articles, keep putting out ultimate guides, and then getting like loads of awesome links back to your website. If you do those two things, you're going to start getting traffic and start attracting the right customers, and that's pretty much it. You just need to actually go out there and do those kinds of things. So that's my recommendation. Okay, cool. There's a couple people asking about a replay. So yeah, we can send out you a replay of this if you want to make sure you get it. Just shoot us a message at support@thehoff.com. We'll shoot you the link. Actually, you don't even need the link. To be honest, you can just literally, after this presentation is done, hit reload, and YouTube automatically has that thing.
Yep. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well, because that is another place where we're constantly putting out guides, helpful hints, tips, tricks, and it's just, you know, we really want to grow that. And so any, you know, even in the comments of videos, if you guys are trying to find something or would like us to do a video on a certain topic, let us know, because, you know, we're trying to help you guys out as best we can, and so help us grow that channel so we can do that for you.
All right, guys. So I think we got through like a ton of the questions today. It's been such an awesome time spending time with you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, we want to invite you guys to this new group that we just started. Literally, we just started last night. And it's a group for agencies to connect with each other, connect with us, get advice about how to double and triple your agency selling SEO. And it can even go outside of SEO. We can talk about marketing techniques, sales techniques, all this kind of stuff. So guys, I would love for you to join. This is supposed to be a paid group, but we're going to let you in for free for a limited time. So thehoff.com/agencyfb. Andrew, you got anything else before we go?
No, I just want to tell everyone, thank you. This was a lot of fun. I hope we do it again. It was really a pleasure. You guys had awesome questions. Anytime you guys want to get a hold of me, feel free to go to thehoff.com/meet. Schedule a call with either myself or a number of the other awesome account managers we have. And then yeah, man, we really look forward to helping you guys grow your business, and anything you need, we're here to help. So.
Okay, guys, thanks so much for joining thehoff.com/agencyfb, and we'd love to see you guys in this group. Thanks so much for joining, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Later.
Dude.